Hello everyone, my name is Tails, and today I'm going to be giving some thoughts on the Azure Latch game, where it released a few days ago, weeks, months, I don't know, but it released because there was a copy game and it's not finished. I have I'm conscious about it, and all that stuff, but still, I can maybe see which path the game is going towards too. And I think it's not going to be healthy for the game. Well, Lucky Rivals is a very popular game, but it doesn't mean that it's fun to play. The reason because I'm doing this is because I started to know some loops that happen on the game, like every match in every server that you join, unless you join a server where just new people playing it. But these loops doesn't make the game fun. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the new change that they made into the game, which is the header, that you do this, And when you join a server, all the stuff that you see happening is people when they get the ball, somehow stealing it or someone passing to them, all they start doing is this. And they get half the field. You can still get to them since they are not using the long dash, but still, if they get a good amount of distance, they get no punishment for that, which is not a good thing, So, what I'm going to be talking about right now is the header thing, which why I think that was a bad addition to the game. Not exactly bad, but the way that it was added was not a good thing, So, let's suppose a situation here, let's imagine a scenario. You are here with the ball, you receive it, and there's a guy behind you here, for example. He's following you, right? So, what normally would happen before the header, you would wait for your dash, and would follow you, behind you with the dash too. He would be faster, because, you were with the ball. And then he would wait for you to use this, the dribble, or he would just go straight for it, right? So let's suppose a situation where you lose the mind game, right? Where he waits, and then you use it, and now you're screwed, because he can just use Q, and then he will steal the ball from you, right? But now, with the header, you can just jump. That doesn't happen anymore. The ball is farther from him because you were ahead of that guy. So now he lost his F, his long dash, because he used to catch up on you. You used your E to dribble, and now he would use his Q, right, towards you. But since you jumped, you throw the ball and towards the path of the goal, right? So now what you can do to not lose any momentum, because he would lose already, the enemy behind you. He would go like this, and he would be stuck. So you could just walk, and you would have all your tools at your disposal right now. But not only that, when you throw it, you didn't use your Q, right? It has no cooldown, since you can't use it with the ball. See, I'm pressing it and nothing happens. Just the dash from the side, right? But the dash from the side is different from the cooldown from here, so it doesn't matter. But since you throw the ball towards you jumping, now you can just do this and you don't lose any momentum. When you catch the ball, or from the feet of the enemy, or just in plain sight like this, you don't get any cooldown, right? You just get it. So what would end up happening is this: you wouldn't get punished at all when the enemy is towards you, right? Let's imagine a scenario that is right here. I do this, he follows me, I lose this, I jump. Even though he doesn't jump, I do this, I gain more distance, and he tries to catch me, he won't be able to. Because I wasn't slowed it down, right? There was no time to be slowed down since I wasn't with the ball. I just did this, so he wouldn't be able to catch me. And that's why I think header is not a good addition. Oh, but what if he doesn't use his Q before and he's just following you? well, that means that you will just gain more ground like this, right? Like, there's nothing you can do about that, because you will just be left behind. You can. Okay, so there are these problems that, like, just in this scenario, but in reality, people will just go like this, and they will not get punished, you know, since the way that you are punished by having the ball is you are slow it down, but by just doing that, you get all the punishment of you, you know, since you are not slowing down, you can just press F2. Here's some solutions that I think that would be good for the game, you know, maybe would make it better, and keep in mind that all the examples that I will say is just an example, you know, the numbers that I say will not be final or anything like that, just an example for you to get the idea. So, first thing, when you jump with the ball, you will not be able to jump again in 10 seconds. Like, so for full 10 seconds, you will jump with the ball like this, you will get it, and then you will not be able to jump, right? So you will be forced to use the tools on your disposal, like F and E when someone is close. For example, you will be needing to use this and the dribble, right? So you're more vulnerable for getting the ball, you won't be getting a free just going forward like this, and this, and this, and this, you know. So you won't be able to just jump infinitely, you know. So you will have to use the tools at your disposal and be more vulnerable. So you'll be forced to make a decision, you know. And when you miss, or better saying, you make a mistake, like using this and nobody, you will be losing the ball. The second thing is also making you slow down after you do the header. Like, so you know when you do this and you just go again. The thing is, you would be slowed down after you throw it. So instead of going like this towards the ball, you would be somewhat like this. You know, not exactly like this, slow it down in general. So, better saying, if there are people close to you, even if someone misses or someone just is walking around you and use this out of nowhere, you would be punished by doing this too, you know? Like, I don't know why you do this, and not being punished for it is a bad thing. So I believe being slowed down and being forced to use your F or your E to dribble and a lot of stuff when you get the ball, I believe it's a good mechanic. So, third thing, let's suppose that you are this, where you can jump, you are slowed down, but let's be real, you don't need that, and you can just do this, right? And you won't be punished for it again, right? But here's the thing that I think that would fix that problem. After you jump and it lands on the ground and you get it, for some time you will lose 50% of your shoot power. Again, this is just an example, just a number, so you get the idea. You won't be able to do this, like jump, get and do this, or just, you know, keep kicking it forever. Plus you will be slowed down and you won't be able to jump. So you would be forced to do this, but it would be weaker, you know, so you would get the ball a lot faster. So even though you would be doing this, you would still be slowed down and people would get to you faster. So again, it lands and you lose some shot power, alright? 50%. So you can shoot all the way over there or just keep doing this, right? So it would be, instead of doing something like this, it would be like this, you know? But slower. Also, I believe that not losing the ability of shooting in general is a good thing, you know, because you would still be able to pass. Like, I say shoot power, maybe for our skills and all that, and doing this would still be good, you know, for someone close to cover you, or then you throw to the side like this, you know, it would be good. So it doesn't make it useless for passing. Okay, until now I only talked about the header thing, that it is this, right? You do this, you're not punished, you can just go forward infinitely with no problem. If you manage it correctly, you're never going to lose the ball, right? You're invincible about that, by the way, the long dash. So, yeah. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't a similar problem before the header, right? You were slower before the header for sure, but there was a problem where you would use your Q like that, and you would use your F like that. But you would use it not to get more field, but instead to get all the way over here to all the way to their goal, right? Because if you manage them well, that means that you're basically invincible forever, right? And header is just a bonus. So for example, let's suppose that there is someone here, and then I do this, I shoot the ball forward, right? And then I get the Q. If they throw the Q at me, they would be already losing, because I use the Q, same distance, but they're slowed down, I am not. But let's suppose that I don't use the Q, and they use, and instead I use F. Even though they go through me, that doesn't mean that I would lose the ball, because for some reason, when you use F, you are invisible for that time of the long dash, right? Just so you notice, it is not like a slight dash. You go forward a lot, It might not seem like it, but in general, what would happen is this. You would do this, do the side dash, dash again, would not get any slowdown thing, right? And for all that time, I was invisible. No one could get the ball from me. Like, maybe just a millisecond and all that stuff, but like, come on, it's a millisecond, right? People would be able just to do this and whatever. And not to mention, people would usually pass for themselves, right? They would not get punished for doing this. They're running the same way, they would have the same dash, they would have the same steal, distance, and all that stuff. Like, so they would just pass for themselves like this, and this, and this, not get punished at all, gaining more and more distance. So, you'll be able to gain field by walking forward and using your skills and all that. I believe that it isn't necessarily bad, but in the way that it is, I think it is, because there is no downside for you just getting the ball and playing alone, in the field. While your teammates are all positioned there could be like 4 people towards you and you will not lose the ball. If you manage all the things that you have correctly, to be invisible at all the times. To solve that problem, I believe that something that would be good for it is when you kick it like full charge, like that for yourself, and you are the first person getting it, not exactly full charge when you shoot in general, alright? But when you're the first person getting it, like this, you trigger the effect burnout. We'll be reading on the screen, but what it does is you get weaker and weaker at your actions. If an enemy gets it and you get the ball again, this doesn't trigger it. But if a teammate gets it, it doesn't trigger it too. But if you are the person that gets it first, it will trigger. When you shoot the ball at full force, instead of going full force, it would be something like this. And then when you get it and you try to shoot it again, it would go like this, until it goes like that. Of course, you would have to just walk with the ball, so it would weaken the effect by little, so you won't be forever in this state, if you're the only person towards here, and you have to gain more space for you, like this, but you would be needing to walk for a little while without doing that stuff, right? So you're more vulnerable, and you can't just walk towards the goal without a punishment. So, when you shoot the ball forward and you use your F, that normally would be the time that it takes for you to use again. This, right? It may seem like a lot, but since you're doing a lot of stuff like this, it doesn't really change much. Like, and you can even jump now. See, you already have it, you will be invisible, no problem. But the thing is, with burnout, each time you get the ball, it will increase the cooldown that you have on your skills. Like the F, it will take much longer for you to use this again, right? So for example, if I walk forward, I would only be able to use like here. Okay, so next thing, I'm going to show you a scenario about the problem that I think that it's not a good thing about the game. So let's imagine a scenario. I just took a goal, I'm starting with the ball, I'm with Izagi, the first style that you unlock in the game by free, you know. And there's the enemy, I try to dribble him, let's suppose I get it, and then that would be easier, but if I don't, I just do this, this, and this. I wouldn't need to do this, by the way. If I get here, by the way, here, and I throw the ball there, that is a goal. Simply like that. It didn't count, of course, because I'm doing it at my side of the field, you know, since you know I don't have comments to put the infinite timer here on the private server. But yeah, it is like not a good thing, since you have a lot of power, you can just go here and then throw this already and you have a goal, a free goal, you know, like from here, dude, from half the field. That was a good addition in the right path. You just need some tweaks, and the reason I think that's a good addition is because it is a lot easier, for example, Shido, to pass the ball to the enemy. To the enemy, no, not the enemy, to the friend, you know, to your colleague. Because sometimes you would be pressured all the way over here, and there would be a guy there. There is no world that you're going to do this and he gets it, right? Like, there is going to be, of course, but let's suppose that there is a guy here. If I shoot there and he sees my animation and he goes a little back, or not even that, he just sees the ball and goes towards it, he will get it much faster than a guy positioned like right here, you know? Like, you can see the difference, right? The distance between here and there. Like, so again, shooting from here towards there, he gets it way faster, right? So the increase in the amount of force that you have on your shots now is a good thing, since you can, you know, pass like that. And it's a good thing, it's a good pass, like long, but not going all the way over there to the other side, you know, it's good, it's the right amount. But at the same time, you can just make a goal towards here, you know, which I believe it's not a good thing at all. So here's a solution that I had in mind for that problem, you know, that where people just go like this and do the goal there. What I think it would be good would be a limit of force similar to when you're close to the goal, right here. Like, you saw the distance before, but when I'm close to the goal, or the enemy goal, yeah, it must be over there. The effect. But when you're close to the goal, you shoot way weaker, right? So the goalkeeper can react to it. What I think would be good is when you shoot towards the goal in a distance that would be a threat to do a goal itself. For example, here I can do a goal already here. See? What I think it would be good, instead of doing all the force of direct shot towards the goal, it would be something like this, you know? Because if there was someone like here in the area of the goal and he wanted to pass, it would be good for him to receive it, you know, in general, instead of just, you know, being way weaker and being there for the enemy and he needing to get out of the goal. It's a complicated thing for the goalkeeper and also the player, because he can lose the ball pretty easily if the goalkeeper jumps to him, or a situation complicated for the goalkeeper if you just make a goal like that. I think losing some power is way better than just taking it out, and being able to pass is a good thing. Because let's suppose a scenario like you are here, you're bringing pressure, you are a threat for them to be losing, right? And then you see a side way over there and you need to pass, but since you're half in the enemy field and you try to do it, it doesn't work, it wouldn't be a good thing. It would be just like the way it was before with the back heel shot from Shido. When you shoot towards the goal, it will be way weaker, but when you pass to the side or back or to Itoshi side in that situation, you would go with all the force that you have. To summarize it all up, basically, instead of being the situation where you would start and would do a go from here, you can't do a go from here. Or you have to keep going forward, or you pass to a friend, right? He's over there, or he's over there, or later in the game, things changed all the way. There's some enemies here, some allies here or there. And then you go like this, but you know you won't be able to catch the goal first, and you see a side way over there, needing a pass. It would be good if you won't be able to do a goal from all the way here, and being able to pass all the way over there, you know? Because it's a prop for your team, like they position themselves correctly, and yeah. So, the reason I'm doing this video is because, you know, I like this game. I'm not a person that likes football in general and all that stuff. The reason I like this game is because it's very quick and a strategic game. And seeing a game like this, maybe being lost by the same loop of blue lock rivals where there would be people aiming down and jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping, press Q to dribble and press space again, jump and jump and jump and jump and Q to dribble and jump and jump and jump and all that stuff, and you don't even need to do the header thing, you know? You can just dribble, jump, press E to get the ball, Q, jump, which is very boring. And I'm afraid that this game gets in the same way. But yeah, in general, that's the video. There is some ideas out there. I know that maybe I'm screaming at a void since I don't have subscribers and I'm just a player. That's maybe the only one complaining about that. But I think those changes would be good for the game. And don't forget, it's just ideas. Of course, you would need to tweak that and all that stuff with testing, seeing how it would be, if it would still be fun. The thing is, the state that it is, even if you win, sometimes it's not even fun, you know, because of these things that make the game way boring. But yeah, that's the video. Bye.
ゲームレベルを上げる。ついてこれるバカだけど、次の景色を見せてやる。